Hey everybody, so we're working on our travel journal companion and I'm using the vintage world style. That's the one I'm working on today. And we are on another part. We've already done the outer. Depending on what order I put this in the envelope, it's already done or it's going to be done next. But right here you have a journal that comes out. And before we get to that part, I am Christy with Christi E Creations and a mixed media artist. So we are going to create our journal. It is I want to call it, organza is a fabric, so it is accordion style journal. Something I like about this, and it'll be available in the future, is I'm going to be making kits where you can just buy more of the journals and little card inserts, so if you want to keep using your travel journal over and over, you can. But that is for the future. Today, sorry, my pup is behind me playing with one of his brain toys. So they're brain toys for dogs are interactive toys that he likes doing. Anyway, so we're going to get started. This is going to be a lot of folding and gluing. What was I going to say? Gotta love it when your brain goes, don't you? I'm probably just going to stick with my tape runner or my double-sided tape. I have not decided which one yet. So I did some pre-folding because you don't want to watch me fold 6 pages. Trust me. So the first thing is you have 6 pages. 5 of them have numbers on them that we're folding. You have your spine. And then I also created 2 outer pages because I didn't double-side these. So you had something else to see besides pure white. So for the inner pages, besides for the very back one who does not have a number and that just folds in half, you're going to take your left side and fold to the line area towards your number. If you are good at seeing it, you can see a very faint line between the 2 black lines, and that is where I'm folding to. And I just crease it down, and we have half our thing already pre-folded. The other half is now we're going to flip this over, and sometimes I get glue off my mat. I apologize for that. We're going to try to fold this the same exact way. Sometimes I actually have to lift it up to see the line to do it. And sometimes it helps me hold your mouth just right. Don't ask me why, but it does. And we're going to press that down. So now we have all of our pages pre-done. I want to talk about something before I go farther. As we are doing accordion, we're just going to keep expanding out, even though they're not glued together. They're not doing that right now. There's something you can do with your accordion. You can take, instead of glue, after you glue the number, so we're going to pretend that number's already glued down. You can take your liquid glue, I'm leaving the cap on, run down the bottom and up the side. Glue it down, and then you'd have a hole up top only, and that would make a hidden pocket if you want to have that. But right now, that is not our worry. Our worry is about making our accordion. So we have multiple options here. You can use glue stick, double-sided tape. If you are those that only want to use liquid glue course, or tape runner. I am going to use if you ever borrow a kit from me, I always have double-sided tape in my kits, besides for liquid and stick glue, because I try to make life easy as I can for everybody. So I am just going to take the tape, run it across the back there to the best of my ability. I'm off a little bit. I'm not going to stress. I'm going to go ahead and do this bottom half here. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to see if I can tear it with my bone. Sometimes I'll use my bone puller to help tear. Other times I won't. That one will go straight across. I will put a little bit of tape runner right there so it sticks better, but I don't have to. but I want to have this have the support it needs. And if you're wondering why I keep reaching across from you, it's where I have my tape runner set. Not my tape runner, listen to me. My double-sided tape set. Okay, now I have those 4 pieces set on there. I'm using a little doodad that I don't know the name of, but it was designed to help with die cuts, but I learned another trick for it. It will help you pull your double-sided tape up. And trust me, I am very thankful for that little tip. I learned when I went to buy it to help open a couple of my glue bottles for classes. They gave me all the different things you could actually use it for besides for what I needed it for that day. Because sometimes I get to a show and realize I forgot something. So other vendors get my business to help me out. It saves me from having to run to Hobby Lobby, Walmart, or somewhere else. Especially when I'm on a time crunch and I'm teaching in about 30 minutes and just realized I forgot something. So now every one of my little kids that I have, my class kids, all this has at least one, if not more, of these in it. I went overboard on buying because I did not want to forget these ever again. So that is a little backstory of how I ended up with these. You'll see me use all different styles of them over time. That's just the one I just had here with me. I think I have one that has a branded content piece on it also. But I try not to use in my videos because I know I don't have any rights to that content. But it's fun. This part is choice. You already have your double-sided tape down. You do not need to run any glue on it unless you want to. But I put some glue in the middle. And now, here's the hard part and the fun part at the same time. Lining up. I hate it, but it's something we always have to do. So we're going to take the one is going on the side of number 2. And we're just going to hope I hit this right. Alright, we actually got the hit right on the lineup, so there we go. And hopefully YouTube does not mind my wording there. I didn't even think about using that word, but we'll find out. If it does, I'll film the video and no big deal. And you're just going to keep going over and over until you get all of them done. I'm going to pause here. I'm going to go through 5 and then I'm going to show you how to do number 6. Okay, I'm back with you. I've done all but up to number 5, where number 6 panel does not have any words on it. So I wanted to show you something. If you want them to match up, you want the kind of water stains on the bottom. I have been showing you up to this point how to use it with double-sided tape. This round, I'm going to show you how I will use it with my tape runner instead. So depending on what you have on hand, this shows you so many different options. If you're using a glue stick, obviously you just cover the whole thing. Liquid glue, I'm not as great at explaining, but you don't want to use too much because it can make your paper bend. But if you don't use enough, it also will come free. So use your own judgment on liquid glue because I'm not the best for you on that one. Now we're going to just line this up. And we're going to do the same thing as before. I don't have to peel the tape side off. Okay. We have all of these nice, done, and semi-organized in the same folding. So if you like to make sure everything folds the same, it's better to glue everything, then fold. With the space I am working, I knew I did not have enough. So I am not going to make y'all see this. The plain, I was going to call it ugly, but I'm going to switch to the word plain, white, and black. So this is the same as the inside, except it doesn't have the lines on it to make life easier to write. So we're just going to glue straight across on the front and the back with these. So you have a nice, pretty companion. So before I was using the blue glue, but I'm going to show you what happens if you just use some Tombow. I'm just going to run it across the piece I'm gluing down. The difference between the blue and Tombow, truthfully, is the blue shows for y'all. If I move, you can see the sheen of Tombow. That is it. And that is why I prefer Tombow, but if I'm going to be teaching, I try to remember to have the blue glue to make it easier for y'all to see. So that is lined up. We're going to do the other side now. All right, now I flipped over, and we're going to do the back. Do you want me to? Let's use the blue so you can see exactly what I just did a little more clearly, instead of my go-to where it does not show as clearly. And I need to remember when I use this glue to push it down or I'm going to lose glue. I just noticed it was stuck to the top. So this one here, as you can see how the glue literally is all over. Sometimes that's helpful for people, other times it's not. I really have no preference of having the color I can see, truthfully. I notice it also curls my page more than the Tombow does. I wonder if it has more water in it or something. I've never actually compared what they have. I know Tombow's, these are both permanents. This is solvent free and it goes on blue, clear. And let's see, it has 98% in natural ingredients, so I don't know what that means there. And Tombow does not list the stuff besides it's washable, which is a good thing if I ever get it in my clothes. All right. Oh, great, I glued it down. Good news is that will be covered. Bad news is I didn't realize I glued it down. So now we have our spine. I'm literally going to fold it in half. Now I'm going to put glue on it, and I'm just going to line it up to the best of my ability and let it sit it, and then I'm going to clamp it so it has time to really sit. You can use any of your variations of glue. Obviously, I am just going to do on the edges my tape runner because I don't have the good score tape to go around and curve with, and I'm just going to use my mono glue stick this time and rub it all over the middle so it has a good stick option. And let me put that on. Now I'm going to pick this up and hold it in half. I'm going to pick this up and literally just slide, after I fix that corner, slide it in where it hits to the best of my ability. It may not be perfect, and I know just going in, it may not end up being perfect. And you can decide where you want the water stains at on this one. But there you go. You have now created your journal. So before we put the spine on, if you had wanted to, that would have been the perfect time to make your pockets that I was going to show you how to do, and I just forgot. But say you still want to make a pocket, it's going to be a little harder. You're going to pop one of these pages out. You're going to run your glue down the one seam at the bottom and up the seam and press it. And then when it's stuck, it just has a little gap opening there. That is totally optional. But now we have two journals that are identical. So if you want to, you can always just buy another journal and put in instead of the other way around. Thank you all for joining me. Oh wait, let's not go that yet. So now you have your journal finished. In another video, I'll be showing you how to, but your journal goes in this little section here where there's some, basically you could use ribbon or whatever you want. That will hold it right there for it. Okay, thank you all for joining me. I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, everybody.